All right, this is one of my favorite sessions. We've been working on this all year, planning this out. I hope you enjoy this. This is a little bit different. We call it the 2-minute spotlight. 4 speakers have just 2 minutes to present their one best idea that's going to have the biggest impact on credit unions today. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our first speaker, Dr. James Pogue, CEO of JP Enterprises. Next, we have Carolyn Jordan, Chief Growth Officer of Neighborhood Credit Union. Next is Gabe Krajicek, CEO of Kasasa. And we have Jim Bouchard, founder of the Sensei Leader. Each speaker has just 2 minutes to present their one best idea. Here's the catch. If they go over that 2 minutes, the spotlight goes off, the mic cuts out, and goes to the next person. Are we ready? Let's give them some love. This is hard. This is hard. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Talking about all week, isn't it? If there's one strategy that's going to keep credit unions as the best option for people now and in the future, it's that. Keep it human. The cool thing is you guys have been doing it for years, haven't you? Okay? You don't have customers, you have members. You treat those members as people, not as numbers. And your people are part of your family. And together you're part of the community you serve. But we do have some challenges these days, right? Technologies, we have disengagement, we have cultural and generational divides, and the thing everyone's talking about, AI, is AI really going to replace us? Well, Admiral Grace Hopper said, management's about things, leadership is about people. For too long, we've tried to address some of these leadership issues with management solutions, and that just doesn't work. People perform at their best when and only when they know their leaders care, their work has meaning, and they have the chance to learn, grow, and develop. We need to inspire. We need to touch people's hearts, not just their heads. We need to empower. We need to make sure everyone has what they need to succeed. And we need to guide. We need to be willing to share our experience, our wisdom, our knowledge, face to face. We need a conversation. Leadership is about sharing. The rest of the conversation is just about what we're willing to share and how. And we need to involve everyone in this conversation from the front lines to the C-suite. Now, we're at that pivotal moment. We either allow these issues and technologies to divide us and separate us even further, or we work to bring people together, to take care of one another, and as leaders to transform me into we. Keep it human.
If you need deposits in your credit union, this 2 minutes is for you. When rates began to rise about 2 years ago, we looked at our database of about $20 billion in deposits, serving about 600 institutions, millions of accounts that we've been doing for 20 years in every rate environment, and we looked for the best practices. What was the winning strategy? And we brought it to all of our clients and told them what to do. But only about half of them did it because what we asked them to do sounded insane. We said, go out with your highest rate on a brand new free checking account. Make it higher than your highest CD rate. People went out with 5 and 6% free checking. What created out of all that data, what was created was a natural experiment where we had 2 data sets and we could sit back 2 years later and look at how those institutions performed. One set that had made their primary growth strategy high yield free checking, the other that had gone out with CDs just like everybody else. Well, it's not surprising that if they were out there with 5 and 6% free checking, they were growing compared to everyone else. The ones with that strategy grew 3.5%. Everyone else shrunk about 1%. But that's actually not the interesting part. The interesting part is under the balance sheet. The ones that were using core deposits, high yield checking to grow their balance sheet, they grew their CDs 2/3 less than everybody else. And that meant that over that same time period, their cost of funds went up 30% less than everybody else. So to restate this, the ones that grew 3.5% were the ones with their cost of funds going up less than everyone else that was shrinking. We have the call report data to back up that this really does work. It's too complicated to explain in this 2-minute session. But if you don't understand what Kasasa can really do for you, then you owe it to yourself to give us a chance to show you how we can help you grow real growth in core deposits. And now, Kasasa available in private labels. So if you think Kasasa is a silly name, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Call it whatever you'd like.
What if everyone, regardless of their background or income, could build wealth and secure their financial future? And what if, as a part of this solution, credit unions could drive growth, gain younger new members, and help tackle the pressing issue of wealth inequality? We know that wealth inequality affects millions. In communities of color, it is projected to be as much as 9 times less than the median. Microinvesting offers a transformative solution. By allowing individuals to invest for just a few dollars, they can gain access to financial markets. Imagine a young person rounding up their purchases to the nearest dollar and then using that spare change to invest, or investing for $5 or less per week. Over time, these consistent contributions grow, harnessing the power of market growth. For communities of color and the underserved, this is a game changer, fostering stability and generational wealth. Credit unions with our community-focused mission are well-positioned to lead the charge. We can partner with financial fintechs and offer these tailored solutions to our members. I urge all of credit unions to explore microinvesting as a strategy to drive growth and social impact. By embracing microinvesting, we can not only drive growth and innovate, we can play a significant role in reducing the wealth gap. Thank you.
I love to dance. And for those of you that were out there last night, you might recognize me. Now, for those that know me best, you also know I love to teach dance. I teach a dance called Kizomba. Kizomba is a partner dance that comes out of Angola. And for those that are unfamiliar, it looks a little like tango, but in the modern version, it has softer edges, and maybe it's a bit more sticky. Now, in all dances, there's all kinds of different dances that you might be involved with. How many people do Texas two-step, or swing, or salsa, or merengue, or bachata? All great dances. And all these partner dances have one thing in common. There's a lead position and there's a follow position. And you can't have a great dance without both. You also can't have a great dance without great connection between the partners. There are wobbles that get in the way of great connection. Some of those wobbles might be height difference, nervousness, knowledge of the dance. It may just be that I'm new to it and I don't know anything. All of that can create wobbles. It creates wobbles in the connection. So in order to be good and have only great dances, you must have what we call a high CQ, or a high connection quotient. A connection quotient is your ability to connect across different characteristics that are different among people. That's what makes a great dance and makes a great connection. The exact same thing is true in your organizations. Leaders, followers, and teams produce at a much higher level when they are deeply connected, when they can be more innovative, more creative, they produce more, and yes, they are more profitable. So you might be saying to yourself, how can I find out what my CQ is? Here's how you do it. Repeat after me. Get my CQ. Get my CQ. Get my CQ.com.
How about another big hand for our panelists? 2-minute spotlight. Thank you.